Big news happening this morning, and that's the federal government is going to begin flying people out of Israel back home to Canada as soon as tonight. Air Canada and airlines right around the world have temporarily canceled all flights to Israel. Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly says that military planes and government staff are headed to Europe to arrange emergency flights from Israel to Athens, and passengers are then responsible for their own flights from Athens home. Oded Hakla is a Queen's University political science professor who has lived in Canada since 1998. He was in Israel researching the Israel-Palestine conflict when the Hamas attacks occurred, and he's been stranded in Jerusalem since then. He's joining us from there this morning. What have we heard, or what have you specifically heard from the Canadian government on plans to get you home?
So just as I was waiting for you to open the microphone for me, I received an email from the Canadian government telling us to be on standby, and that flights leaving from Tel Aviv to Athens will start departing tonight and through Friday and Saturday. And then from there, it will be our responsibility to get home. But I think the big and important issue is simply to fly stranded Canadians from Tel Aviv, and I'm very, very grateful to the Canadian government for doing that.
Oded, were there any other instructions beyond that? Is there an order? Is there a time to go to the airport? Anything like that?
No, everything is still vague, but and the truth is that the last 24 hours, the communication might have been better, but I think these are minor details. At the end of the day, the Canadian government is sending armed forces aircrafts to take us to Athens, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah. Do you have your bags packed? Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I've been ready to go since Tuesday when the first announcement was made.
Yeah. What have the last few days been like for you?
Obviously, I've had better days. This is a very stressful time, and to be perfectly honest, I mean, the personal plight is relatively minor in comparison to what some of the other people are going through in the region at the moment. I mean, we've seen some of the worst violence that the region has ever seen. The massacres that took place on Saturday are unprecedented in the history of the conflict, and will be a game changer. So to be focused on my little plight of when will I be able to get home seems it seems like a very tiny problem.
Your situation is unique in that you're staying in a house that is also housing refugees. Can you tell us about how that came about, and the conversations that you're having?
So, the refugees in question are a family of mine. They were stranded on Saturday morning. Basically, they live in one of the communities in southern Israel that was attacked. They had to find shelter in a small room in their house for the better part of 2 days, hearing gun violence outside. This was a very, very stressful period. It's probably the most stressful period that I've had ever, worrying about their safety. And they were given, permission to try to escape on Sunday evening. There was a small window of opportunity. They managed to take advantage of that opportunity. Not everyone was able to do it, and they drove from their community to Jerusalem, where we're now sharing space. Again, I could talk about sleeping on the floor on a mattress or things like that, but these are really minor problems relative to what other people have been facing.
Yeah, they have shelter and safety. Listen, Oded, I'm glad you got your email. I wish you the best of luck in your efforts to leave Israel, come back home to Canada. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.